Hello Taurus, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here with your October 2025 general reading. We are looking at the first half of October for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe and like. For additional perspective, it's helpful to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos as well if you know them. If something really hits home with you and you'd like to explore it more in your personal life, perhaps how to navigate it, or you just like the reading style, for those of you who are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or possibly as a gift for someone else, we are approaching the holiday seasons and personal readings are easy and lovely gifts to give. If you're interested, you can email me for more information, Maggie_McGuire@gmail.com. I can usually get back to you same day. I cover everything: love and romance, relationship compatibility, career, work, money, investment. I do 6 and 12-month overviews, different types, costs, lengths, spreads. There's a variety to choose from, and I'm quite diligent about timely scheduling of personal readings as I do this full time. So if you're interested, email me. Okay, our beautiful bulls, earth sign of Taurus. Let's see what the first half of October is bringing in for you. We begin with Faith, which is also known as the Hierophant card in other decks. Tradition, the established path, the tried and true way. The Seven of Swords, strategic thinking, thinking outside the box, or perhaps dishonesty or deceit. We'll see. We have the Nine of Coins or Pentacles, the Nine of Earth. Independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowered, self-confident, enjoying the fruits of your labors. Very independent energy. Looks like somebody wants to break free from something. Your crowning energy, your primary focus for the first half of October, Taurus, is the Devil card. Some very focused, obsessive energy with the Devil card. Now, the Devil card is often represents unhealthy cycles because so much focus has been, so much energy, time, effort, money, etc. has been pulled from other areas of life and focused in one direction to the point that it's become unhealthy. And it's a cycle that keeps repeating. But even though it's unhealthy or even toxic, there's that tempting element to it, tempting but toxic element to it, the thing that makes you feel like you need it, that keeps drawing it back over and over and over again. Sometimes it can just represent an obsessive level of energy, and in the short term it's can be productive, right? Like if you're, building a house or completing a degree or building your business or, some kind of goal that requires you to pull a lot of energy from other areas of life and focus it so that you can complete something or grow something. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And in that sense, the energy of the Devil can be very productive. Beyond that, it becomes habit, it becomes pattern, and that's when it becomes unhealthy. So whatever it is that you want to break free from here, it feels like you want to break free quite badly. For some of you, it may be that you are... Sometimes the Devil can represent addictions, obsessions, compulsive behavior, and that could be a wide variety of things. For some of you, it may be that's an issue, but you're still trying to function as if everything is okay. It can represent, Faith, the Hierophant with the Seven of Swords, can represent that you might on the surface be adhering to something, or look like you're following some kind of traditional path or policy or organization or group, but there's other things going on behind the scenes here. What I am getting fundamentally from many of you is a desire to break free from some kind of organized or traditional path. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at that Devil card. Alternately, this might be somebody close to you as well. Whether it's romantic, platonic, or business, it could be somebody close to you and you might suspect them of something. Might feel like there's something going on underneath the surface. Fundamentally, that's the energy I get here. There's something bubbling underneath the surface. even though on the outside or for all appearances' sake, everything looks normal. Clarify the Devil. Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Whatever it is that you want to break free from, it's like you want to break free really badly. I mean, the Knight of Wands is very focused. Knights, by their very nature, can sometimes be a bit obsessive because they're all about that mission, that quest, the thing that they want, the thing that they're trying to do, gain, accomplish, acquire, right? And the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire, is very assertive, very aggressive, and very fast, very focused on that. The Seven of Wands, defensive energy. Some of you may have been in a position recently where you felt like you were being challenged. Perhaps one of the reasons why you want to break free from something, some kind of traditional path, be it a job or a marriage or maybe an organized religion or group or something. Maybe that you're tired of having to, of feeling like you have to constantly defend yourself, constantly justify yourself. There's this really strong desire to break free. Let's take a look at Faith, aka the Hierophant. I feel like some of you believe that you would be better off on your own. Not having to answer to anybody, not having to be accountable to anybody. And again, this could be in personal relationship, it could be in business. All right, clarifying Faith, we have Judgment and the Fool. A significant, perhaps life-changing choice to break free of something and start anew. The Fool is the 0 card, the very first major arcana card in the tarot. This is where the whole journey of the tarot begins. It's stepping out into the unknown, starting a brand new cycle, a brand new journey, a brand new chapter. It requires that you step off the beaten path, off the traditional path, and challenge yourself, take a risk, a leap of faith. It feels like somebody's in conflict here, conflict with what they feel like is expected of them and what they're supposed to be doing, and this strong and growing stronger all the time feeling of wanting to break free from convention in some way or do something outside of the box here. I mean, people change their life in some pretty stunning, sudden, unexpected ways, although usually something's been building that leads up to that. And you can. I'm not sure if, like the Devil, the Knight of Wands is the best way to do it because it feels very rushed. But for some of you, it just may be what you're thinking. Let's take a look at the Seven of Swords, because it feels like there's a struggle between this traditional, conventional path and wanting to break free and just do something completely new. The Seven of Swords can be deceit, it can be strategic, thinking outside the box. It usually represents something undercover or something that's concealed or hidden because there's something that you want to achieve, but you're keeping both the desire, the goal, and the methods to yourself. Not necessarily a bad card, but Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, this might be work, job, career, or the effort that you have to put into your day-to-day life to maintain stuff. It may feel like you feel kind of trapped and limited by that. And hence the desire to want to break free from this. I mean, the Eight of Swords, it's trapped by our own thoughts, right? It's a prison of our own thoughts. There are choices, there are ways out, but we tell ourselves in the Eight of Swords that we can't free ourselves from a situation because, because of this and because of that and because I'm, whatever, fill in the blanks, right? I can't leave this job because I have bills to pay. I can't leave this relationship because, And it's not to say that it wouldn't be difficult or challenging. The Eight of Swords is a card that represents feeling trapped, but it's because of our own thoughts and fears and doubts and insecurities. We feel like the external challenges might be too great, or we fear what it might require of us. So we give ourselves reasons to stay stuck. It may be, again, with the Eight of Pentacles, work, job, career. I can't because I have to pay. I mean, it could be relationship. It could be anything, but it represents the Eight of Pentacles. You feel trapped by perhaps how long you've invested in something, the work that has gone into it. You feel trapped or, perhaps burdened by just the day-to-day, the working hard, that one foot in front of the other kind of energy. Again, wanting to break free from convention, tradition, expectations. Let's take a look at the Nine of Coins. Being your own person, being accountable to yourself, not having to rely on external people, places, situations for validation or gratification. It's kind of like the feeling as, why am I putting up with this? Why am I chaining myself to this? I could do better on my own. Eight of Cups, Four of Swords. Eight of Cups is leaving and walking away from something which has run its course. It's turned out differently than what you thought. Perhaps after investing in something, you've realized that, this is not your Nine of Cups. It's not your heart's desire, wishes granted, even though you may have thought it was going to be. So you're making up your mind to turn your back on it and walk away in a new direction, even if you're not entirely sure where you're going or what the path is going to hold. The Four of Swords is taking a temporary step back, a temporary time out, to rest, renew, recover, rejuvenate, and perhaps seek some different insights. It feels like you guys somebody's burnt out here. Like you guys are there's a sense of just being burnt out or worn out and being like obsessed with the idea of breaking free. And at the very least, considering different options and opportunities, whether they're realistic or not. Some of you may actually be making plans. Some of you, maybe it's still kind of turning over in your head. Definitely feels like a lot of you need some kind of break or vacation or something like that. It may be that you're in an environment, be it personal, be it work-related, where you feel like you constantly have to, justify, defend yourself all the time. Constant vigilance, and you're tired of it and you want to break free from it. Again, it's that same fundamental energy. Get me out of here is kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe some daydreaming and fantasizing about what that might look like and what are the options out there. Messages, guidance, advice, feedback from Spirit. Yeah. Burnout. Ace of Swords, Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of careful, cautious economy, saving, holding on to what you have, being a bit protected, guarded, closed off even, financial and material, economy, saving, being careful about how you give of yourself, whether it's financial, material, energy-wise, or a combination of all of those things. The Ace of Swords is the light bulb going off over your head, kind of the epiphany. This is knowledge, truth, a new perspective that reveals something to be exactly what it is. At the very least, it feels like, a lot of you are having this sort of epiphany light bulb moment that, I can't keep extending myself the way that I am. I can't keep on the same path that I am. I can't keep doing things this same way again. It's time to withdraw. It's time to be more conservative in how I spend my resources. And that can be, again, financial, material, physical, emotional. The Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles again, same as the Nine of Coins. So what you want is possible if you're willing to do what it takes to get there. The Chariot is success on a perhaps challenging path, and the success comes from having a very clear and precise focus of what you want, looking at all the moving parts, the logistics of what would need to happen in order to accomplish that goal, and then making sure that all your choices, decisions, and actions in some way keep moving you closer towards that goal. It's focus, determination, diligence, and perseverance. That's what wins the day. The Knight of Pentacles strongly suggests that what you want is possible. There may be a lot of moving parts or logistics to it, and your best path forward would be careful, patient planning and diligence, not rushing forward. I mean, that Devil with a Knight of Wands energy would not be the best path here. If you truly do want to break free, you can. But you're going to have to, it's going to have to take a bit more patience and careful planning, and executing the steps towards that plan rather than rushing off and just doing it because you can't wait to break free from whatever it is that is weighing you down. It's definitely possible here, but it's going to require careful, diligent, patient planning and execution of all the small goals that it takes to get there, so that by the time you do break free, all the bases are covered. You're not just rushing out and being spontaneous and impulsive in the heat of the moment and realizing and looking back and wishing that you'd done it different, or that perhaps other people got negatively affected because of the way that you did it. So careful, patient planning and working towards this is what I'm getting here. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Those are your messages for the first half of October 2025. For those of you for whom this made sense and hit home, always, I hope it was useful for you. If so, and you'd like to pull the curtain back on it, maybe take a deeper dive in your own personal life, how to navigate through it, or you just like the reading style. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or possibly as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video below to see those contact details as well. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you pretty quickly. I will see you all again shortly. Stay safe, be well. As always, many blessings to you. Take care. Bye-bye.